and welcome to Carmichael Gymnasium for tonight's matchup between the club basketball team, the Pirates from ECU, and the Wolfpack from NC State University. I'm Logan Sims alongside James Thomas.
How's it going, Logan? I'm looking forward to a pretty good matchup tonight between ECU and NC State. NC State's coming off a loss to North Carolina Central. They got beat 49-43. Coach Simmons said the NC State side missed a lot of three-pointers and they're looking to score the ball a little bit more. Hopefully they can get into this one though, Logan. Looking for a good matchup tonight.
Yeah, it's definitely going to see if NC State can take advantage. This is the first game for ECU this season, so I spoke to their head coach, Sean Moore, as NC State wins the tip-off. I spoke to their head coach right for the game, asked him, he said he's just looking to have some fun tonight, find out what they've got.
Quick score there by Council for NC State.
Jump ball it's a jump ball and ECU retain possession. Tevin King takes the ball out of bounds for the Pirates.
Yeah, what we've seen here from NC State is a nice little jump out on the first possession. They got an easy shot down in the paint. Hopefully they can use their speed and get down into the low areas and get some easy shots tonight.
Definitely. And as far as the defense, I spoke to Coach Ben Simmons about the defense. He said they're just trying to run a little bit of man-to-man, take care of the ball. Number 23 with the shot, Justin Taylor. Theo Mack brings the ball up, dishes it to Christian Council. It's at the top of the key, pushes past the defender, back to Theo. Out to Christian, he takes a three. No good. Out of bounds, and the Pirates will retain possession.
That was good inside-out play there by NC State. It looks like Lennox crashed in. He found Mack out on the outside. He dished it, and that was a nice shot. He was open. Unfortunately, it didn't go in. That's what Coach Simmons was talking about. So hopefully, we're just seeing NC State in a little bit of a shooting slump right now. Nothing more than that.
Number 2, Tyler Nicholson takes his own three, but Christian brings it back up the court. Puts a little move back at the top of the key, dishes to Christian, dishes it to Chase Johnson and misses his own three. Pirates take the ball back.
That's poor shot selection right there by Chase Johnson. He had a hand in his face, and you really wanted to see NC State be a little more patient, get some easy buckets. They're kind of forcing it right now, especially since they're not shooting so well. Let's see if we can get a little bit more ball movement and have some easier shots.
Exactly. Christian with the rebound, passes up to Teo. Back to Chase again and forces another one. That's Jake Lennox with the deuce on the inside. ECU has the ball back, bringing it back up again is number 2, Tyler Nicholson, apparently known as Bama. Takes it through the lane for a nice layup. Brings the score to 4-2 in the Wolfpack's favor. Taylor Mack bringing the ball up, dishes it out to Mr. Jake Lennox, who hits a three from the corner. Tevin King back with the ball, but dishes it to number 23, Justin Taylor.
It's good play by NC State on the offensive side of the court. They got out in transition, found an easy bucket out on the wing, and hopefully that'll wake up this NC State shooting team and they'll get rolling again here.
Yeah, King for the Pirates tries to answer, but is unfortunately misses. Mack has the ball again. Back to Chase at the top of the key, drives in. Big block from number 32. That's Devin Hodges with a big block, but NC State will retain possession.
Wow, that was a big block there, Logan. I mean,
exactly.
Chase Johnson drove the lane. He went up strong. He probably should have dished it off because he had 2 guys on him, but that one's going to retain in NC State's possession for now.
Jake Lennox has the ball in the corner on the pass from Christian Councils. Christian Council takes the possession at the top of the key, eyes the defense, and takes his own drive and lays it up and in for the Wolfpack. Pirates with the possession again. That's number 0, Jeremy Brown Parker with his first appearance in the game. Back to number 2, Nicholson with a nice little layup, but unfortunately doesn't fall. And that's a foul on the Pirates. Number 1, Antoine Simon is first.
Yeah,
Pirates
already
first.
NC State's Lennox, our big man, who isn't exactly the biggest man on the court, he already has pulled down 3 rebounds. So he's doing his job for the night. He's pulling down all those rebounds, getting NC State a couple second chances. He's actually bringing the ball up the court here. He's got some handles.
Nice little drive.
Ooh, and that's gonna be a travel though.
I like the aggressive. I'm not so sure about the call. Might have been a jump ball, but either way, the Pirates have the ball, and Brown Parker's bringing the ball up once again, calling out his offense. Passes it to his other new friend, D'Angelo Hopkins, who just came into the game. Ref stops play and is informing Mr. Lennox to remove something, I believe. I'm not sure.
Actually, it looks like Lennox has a little bit of a scratch on his neck. He's got to get that taken care of. He can come back on the court as soon as he gets his blood taken care of. But for now, he's the NC State leading rebounder is going to have to take a sit.
Yeah, and into the game for him is number 14, Tanner McCaskey. He had a big game against the Duke Blue Devils a couple weeks ago. Speaking of big games, and we spoke earlier of how Chase Johnson seems like he's forcing it a little bit. He was the top scorer against Duke with 14, and he also tied with Christian Council against NCC North Carolina Central with 10 points. So he might think he needs to put it upon his shoulders a little bit, and that might be why we see him forcing it early.
Hopefully that's what Coach Ben Simmons is telling his squad right now. Not only is he giving Lennox a chance to clean up his blood and get back out on the court, but he's probably telling these guys to slow it down a little bit. Find good passing lanes and get good open shots. They've been penetrating pretty well through the opening moments of this game, but they need to keep their foot on the gas pedal and outscore ECU tonight if they want a chance to win.
Definitely. Just like you said, keep the gas on the pedal. I would still like to see him, pull it out a little bit, push, make some plays rather than just throwing up a quick shot. If they have a good lane, definitely drive it and hit the easy shot, but I'd like to see a little offense. Brown Parker with the ball, he drives up the middle and dishes it to Joseph Chackler, who just came into the game. And NC State rebounds the ball. That's McCaskey who just had the rebound. Pass goes up to Jonathan Napper, and the three is taken by Austin Luthen.
Bit of sloppy play we saw there from the ECU. They were trying to get out in transition, forced a bad pass. And NC State's going to get another shot at this thing.
Luthen with the ball, passes into Lennox. That was called on number 2. That's Tyler Nicholson, his first, team second. Lennox passes in up to Christian Council at the top. Christian Council puts a little drive on, forces another shot, and it's good.
Nice and one play there from NC State's Council. Council had a little shake and bake move. He got a foot into the lane, went hard down towards the basket, and a nice finishing move. Looks like NC State will get the ball back. I guess they called it on the ground.
Shot, yeah. Christian Council will retain possession, take it back up under and in for the Wolfpack. That puts them up 10-2 early in this game, and Nicholson has the ball, dishes it to number 21, falls under the 15, back to number 8, who is Joseph Bryant. And that's Nick Lennox with the easy layup. Good transition points right there.
Yeah, that was great. Pretty athletic move there by Nick. He picked up the ball off the deflection going out of bounds. He had one guy to beat, outran him, and did a good job finishing there.
And Nicholson shot right off the front of the rim. Luthen will bring the ball back up and dish it to Mr. Jonathan Napper. Misses the 3, but the ball rolls out of bounds and NC State will retain possession.
Yeah, I really don't mind Napper taking that shot right there. He was wide open on the on the wing. And as soon as he took that shot, there were 3 white jerseys around the basket as Napper takes another one from the elbow. That'll be no good. But once again, NC State's going to come down with a rebound. And an unlucky bounce is going to end up in ECU's possession.
And into the game for ECU's number 32, Devon Hodges, back into the game. He'll take the place of Nicholson.
Logan, what I'm noticing defensively from this NC State side is they're more than content allowing ECU to drive. They have a good rotation, and they're always getting contested shots as soon as ECU gets into the lane. ECU hasn't converted it when they've got closer to the basket. So defensively, the strategy has been working out for them.
Exactly, and number 32, that's Hodges, early into the game with his first points. Luthen brings the ball up, goes past a good screen by Councils before number 8 fouls him for his second foul of the game. That's Bryant.
Yeah, Luthen for NC State noticed that the the ECU player was out of position. He took it baseline, got a little bump, and hopefully that call will be called every time.
And that's Spencer Clark just into the game for Christian Council. Takes a shot, gets his own rebound, puts it back up, and that falls for the Wolfpack. His first points as he enters the game early.
That's great energy there by Clark. Coming off the bench, you want to see get good shots. He got 2 good shots. Unfortunately, one didn't go in, but he gets another one. And NC State finds himself up by 10. I mean, this is a huge lead here for NC State right now, Logan.
It is a huge lead, and it looks like Joseph Bryant's trying to make something change. He takes a nice drive to the basket and gets a foul called on Tanner McCaskey, his first, and he'll head to the line for 2 shots.
Yeah, Coach Ben Simmons didn't really agree with that call right there. The referee noted that the NC State player was moving his feet a little bit, so even though he was in good position, he didn't stand his ground, and that's going to be called a block against NC State.
Bryant sets up for his second shot. His first one rimmed off to the right. This one goes in. His first points today. And Luthen will bring the ball back up the court for the Pack. Crosses the timeline and passes it to Clark. Clark eyes the defense at the right side of the key. Passes it up to Mr. Napper, who makes a little shake and bake and puts it in. Good little drive, maybe forcing it a little bit much when he has a good couple of passes he could have made.
Napper was double teamed on that play. He had it all the way out beyond the 3-point arc. He did split the defenders, but after that, I mean, at that point, you're pretty much 4-on-3, and there's got to be an open guy. You got to find it if you're Napper. He got a decent shot, but once again, it was contested, and you'd like to see Napper pass that one off, maybe.
See a couple good passes. His first shot rings out. He prepares for his second. These are some huge free throws that both teams are missing kind of early right now, but he makes a second, and the Pirates will bring the ball back down the court.
I think that was a miscue by the referee. He thought Ben Simmons was going to call a timeout, and he's actually giving him a warning right now, saying stay away from the table. If he thinks he's going to call a timeout if he's up near the table.
I think what it was Christian Council was standing next to the table, and the referee thought he was trying to come into the game. Hopkins with the attempted shot. The rebound is taken by the Pirates. And excuse me, did you see who saw that, man?
I think that was number 32, Hodges for ECU, got the putback. And that's a really a weakness that NC State has had as Luthen throws it out of bounds. He thought Napper was right there on the wing, but he had already run away from that spot. So a little bit of sloppy play from NC State here. They had a big lead. They were up by 10 at one point. Now they're only up by, let's see here. That's 8 points, and ECU closes the gap to 6 here.
That was a shot by Bryant. Luthen brings the ball back up for NC State. Guarded by Brown Parker. Good screen by Napper on the play. It looks like Luthen lost his control. But the ball is going to be called out of bounds on the ECU, and NC State will retain possession. They're still looking a little sloppy right now. I think they need to fix a few things.
Yeah, Lotham on back-to-back possessions almost turned the ball over. Let's see if Ben Simmons makes some adjustments here. He's going to get Lotham out of the game. Also, number 14's coming off. That's McCasey for NC State. And he's going to be replaced by number 24, Patrick Domville.
Yeah, and as well, number 21, John Freund, and number 10, Graham Reynolds are into the game.
So this is pretty much the third line we're seeing for NC State. We have the starters, and then the second line just came off. A lot of these guys are going to get a playing time. It's a pretty deep roster, and let's see if the offense can keep clicking here for NC State, as ECU has kind of reeled them in the past couple minutes.
It's just another sloppy play by NC State. It doesn't look like they're really focused in right now. Bad pass by Clark. That's Hodges with a big throwdown to draw them within 4. All the way back within 4.
I think if you're Coach Ben Simmons, you got to think about taking a timeout here. ECU has the ball back again, and one.
Donville has the sloppy turnover, and on the fast break by Joseph Bryant for the Pirates, John Floyd comes down and tries to stop it, and instead of stopping it, he gives up a foul, gives up the 2 points and the third possible.
Sloppy play here from NC State in the past 3 or 4 minutes, and just like that, we're going to see Christian Council come back into the game, the primary ball handler for NC State. He already has a couple of assists on the night. We'll see if he can iron out these kinks that NC State's been working with in the past couple minutes. If ECU connects on this free throw, they'll only be down by 1.
Bryant sets up for a shot and takes it. And with that shot, like you said, it brings it back within 1. Christian passes it in to Graham Reynolds, who brings it up the court. Another little miscue by Graham, but he keeps control, goes up under, and there's a foul called. Good little drive. I mean, didn't really sub any plays, but he found a good lane and took it through the middle.
Yeah, that's a good call by the ref. It's an even call. He's been calling that all night. I think it's a kind of a questionable call, but I mean, as long as he's keeping it consistent, NC State will take their free throws and head back on the other side of the court.
It'd definitely be nice to take the free throws, but it seems like they're struggling a little bit early to put those in. Into the game for the Pirates are Tevin King, number 7, number 11, Charrington Miles, as well as number 2, Tyler Nicholson. Graham Reynolds sets up for his second shot, see if he can put it down and put the lead back up to 2. And he does. ECU will retain possession. Passes up quickly. They're pushing it here, trying to take advantage of the little days that it seems like NC State's in.
And NC State does so much better defensively when they're already set. When they're in their defense, they can allow ECU to penetrate and rotate over. But in transition, ECU has really been killing them in the past couple minutes.
That's the first sloppy play that we've really seen by ECU on that play, but there's a foul call.
Yeah,
32.
A reach in there by ECU. And
Mr.
NC
Hodges
State will get the ball back.
And Coach Simmons is saying that this is the 7th foul on ECU early.
Yeah, Simmons is correct. My scorecard says 7 fouls, so this will be a 1-and-1 situation for NC State.
Mr. Patrick Donville will head to the line to take the shots.
I think if we had to sum up the first half so far with 4:16 remaining, NC State has hung in there, but it's not the start that they had. Really miscues and missed opportunities have allowed ECU to crawl back into this thing, and they made it a ball game.
Exactly. Coming off the first make, Donville's about to take his second shot, and during that break, Zach Zindler, number 52 for ECU, came into the game. NC State got the rebound off the missed free throw. Donville with the missed 3 from, Fulham with a missed 3 from the elbow. But ECU has possession, brings it back up. Pass to Mr. Nicholson, under to number 21. And it looks like another foul is going to be called on ECU, which will put the State back at the line once again.
Yeah, and that's going to be Christian Council heading to the line, which is good because that's one of NC State's top free throw shooters. We see a sub here for ECU. That's going to be 21 for 22.
Christian sets up to take his his free throws. With that free throw, puts him back up 4, and if he can hit this, it'll be another 5-point lead, and hopefully NC State can capitalize and gain some momentum back. ECU obviously will hope to stop that, but like I said, back up 5, and ECU has the ball again. Nicholson brings the ball up the middle of the court for the Pirates. Reads the defense. There's a screen by Zindler on that. Passes out to number 11, Miles. Shot and a rebound, but there will be a foul on the floor.
That's going to be an over the back called on Miles. Sorry, go ahead.
Excuse me, Theo Mack.
Theo Mack, yeah. ECU's not in the bonus yet, so ECU will take it along the baseline.
pass in to Miles. Pass takes the shot from the corner and misses. Zach Zindler with the rebound and the putback, but he can't put it in. And Christian Council gets that rebound, pushes up the court really fast. And with a jam. Closes with a high jam. It looks like he's trying to, add some momentum into this Wolfpack
What
offense.
a jam by Council, man. He took it coast to coast. He got the rebound down on this other end and jammed it, and the foul. Wow, Logan.
I think that's a message to two different teams. That's a message to ECU saying we're coming, and that's a message to his own team saying, come on guys, we need this. We need to step it up here and put some offensive points on the board as he makes the free throw, putting it back up putting it up 8 now.
The old-fashioned three-point play, Logan. NC State's got the momentum rolling now.
Exactly. Nicholson hoping to stop that momentum. Making some moves. Passes it out to Tevin King. Back to Nicholson. Who's putting some moves on
Another big block there by Christian Council. He allowed his defender, his attacker to get by, but he swatted away from behind.
He's got to have at least a 6-7 foot wingspan, man. He's got some hops. He's a true athlete, man. I love watching him play. Comes out here night in, night out, and puts a lot of effort in. I enjoy seeing him play. The pass comes into number 22, Boder on the backstay on the play, but number 2, Nicholson with the missed 3. King comes down with the rebound outside the arc and retains possession. Back to Mr. Nicholson, who takes it to the left side of the key, looks for a shot, passes it back to King, and now has the defense. Stray pass blocked by the NC State defense before Nicholson takes it down below and puts in 2. Lucan pushes up the court. Looks like he lost it.
Chase Johnson hits the
Johnson
three.
with a big 3 for the Wolfpack, his first points of the day.
And it really looks like NC State is in rhythm offensively right here. ECU's having to work hard on the defensive side for NC State, but NC State's just, all their shots are falling right now.
Baxter tries to answer with his own 3 and misses. Off the back rim is rebounded by Miles before they call a travel on him. And NC State will take possession. There's about 33 seconds left to go in the game, in the half, as Napper comes back into the game for the Wolfpack.
Yeah, I was just about to say, the NC State with this lineup that they had in was missing a little bit of a big man strength, so we'll get Napper back into the game, and hopefully that'll help out NC State on the offensive boards and the defensive boards.
Comes back into the game, gets the pass in, throws it off the ECU defender, which goes out of bounds, NC State's ball.
We see ECU going back into a bit of a full court press. They're trying to get NC State flustered like they were in the middle portion of this half. Try to get some easy turnovers, try to get some miscues by NC State.
Christian Council with the drive in the middle, gets the pass, dishes it out to Chase Johnson, who puts it up. But that is number 14, Tanner McCaskey with the lay-in.
Nice little floater there by Napper. He was down in the paint, got a rebound like I was talking. Napper back on it here. And
Christian Council gets Napper's rebound and puts it back in for 2. ECU doesn't see the clock, but he puts it up. Nicholson misses the last 3 in the half, but going into halftime, it's the Wolfpack 29, Pirates 16. Even with the sloppy sloppy play by Wolfpack early, it seems like they have control of this game, and it's really theirs for the taking.
Yeah, it was really Christian Council coming off the bench in the second part of the first half that really sparked this NC State side. He had a lot of scoring. We even saw a block by Christian Council, and that really got this NC State side fired up. Hopefully they can take that momentum and go into the next half playing well.
Exactly, like you said, he had that block and then he got the rebound, took it coast to coast and put it down. But we'll talk a little bit more at the halftime report. This is Logan Sims by James Thomas coming to you from Carmichael Gym. Again, we'll be right back for the halftime report. This is NC State Wolfpack Sports Television bringing you into the pack. Hello and welcome back inside Carmichael Gymnasium for tonight's game between the Pirates and the Wolfpack. The Wolfpack currently have a 13-point lead up 29-16 over the Pirates. Luthen brings the ball up the court, passes it to Chase Johnson. He'll be called for over and back. ECU comes out with a pretty tough defense. Number 21, Hopkins with a rough defense there on Chase Johnson, pushing him back behind the timeline, getting the over and back call, getting the Pirates the ball.
Yeah, and ECU was a little bit late to get into the game, so we weren't able to do a halftime report. But me and you talked about in the brief halftime that they had, the NC State needs to keep their foot on the gas pedal, have more scoring by Council. They got to keep their shape defensively. Don't allow ECU transition points, and also come away with a lot of rebounds. They got to body this ECU side up a little bit.
Exactly. Bryant had the three down here earlier on the wing. Tries to come back with another one and misses. Chase Johnson has the rebound and pushes back up the court as he passes to Lutham. Attempts to pass it up to Napper, but it's stolen. Pass back to Chase Johnson, lays it up the middle with an easy layup.
Yeah, Chase Johnson got a little bit fortunate right there. The ball he was just running down the court and the ball landed in his lap. He got an easy layup because of it.
Brown Parker has it at the top of the key facing down. Chase Johnson, who's applying the defense, passes back out to Brian on Lutham. Brian puts a little move, can't control the ball, and passes it back to number 15, Chukwu. Brown Parker with the ball, takes it to the top of the free throw line, up to Brian, who attempts to lay it in, it's missed, but there will be a foul call on the Wolfpack.
Yeah, it was a late call there by the referee. He's going to get Christian Counsel on, or a little bit of reach in, and it's going to be a shooting foul for ECU, so they'll get a chance to score some points, usually while the clock's not running, but as we say, or as we have in club basketball, the clock's always running up until the 2-minute mark.
Brian puts down the first one, and I believe you said it was Christian Counsel. I think the call was on Luthen for that foul, his first of the game. Brian takes his second free throw, and this is the second one as it rims out. And Hopkins with the rebound, takes it out to the corner, back in, and tries to pull it up, and in for the Pirates. The Pirates have come out pretty strong here in the second half as they've outscored the Wolfpack 5-2.
Yeah, I have to say, if there's one weakness with NC State in that first half, it was getting rebounds and being physical down in the paint. ECU will get easy buckets and good transition points. The big hit, big collision on both sides.
I believe this
it looks like Chase Johnson is still down on the court for NC State.
And he was the one charged with the foul on that play as he went up under the Pirate offensive player. Chase seems to be all right. He's back on his feet and is walking it off.
It's just a dangerous play all around. It looked like we were ready to stub Chase Johnson out. He waves off Coach Ben Simmons and he gives him the thumbs up saying he's ready to go.
Bryant takes the ball out of bounds to the Pirates, calls out the offensive play. Passes it in to a wide open Pirate who lays it in for two. Napper gets the ball from the inbound and brings it up. That's double team and number 21. Hopkins with the steal, passes it up to Brown Parker who tries to lay it in and misses. But number 32, Hodges comes through with the rebound and the putback for the Pirates, bringing them back within 5 now.
And this is the same technique. This is the same technique we saw ECU exploit in the middle section of the first half. They get easy turnovers from NC State, and they get easy buckets because of it, because they're just so much faster than the NC State team. NC State needs to just look to slow it down, get their composure, and bring the ball up the court.
Napper pump fakes, passes to Chase Johnson, drives up the left side, tries to lay one in, but it just goes off the backboard. For number 14, McCaskey get the rebound and the putback.
Yeah, it was a little bit of a lollipop shot there from Chase Johnson. His defender closed out the space a little quicker than he anticipated, and he put up a wild shot. Unfortunately, NC State was there to grab the rebound.
And that's another rebound for the Pirates as Brown Parker pushes off of Christian. Counsel takes the ball back out to the top of the key and resets the offense.
This is the 5th second opportunity chance ECU has had in the second half, and we see a 6th with the putback there for number 32 for ECU.
Hodges, yet another putback.
NC State really needs to slow this thing down, work in their offense, work in their defense. Another turnover by ECU.
And Bryant lays that in, bringing within 3 points, making the score 33-30. Off of a Christian Council error there.
ECU has really implemented and stuck to this full court press, a very handsy team. They like to get inside and cause havoc, just in a lot of physical play there by ECU, and it's really flustered this NC State side. Ben Simmons is trying to work it out here in this huddle.
It just brings me back to what the head coach Sean Moore said of the Pirates earlier before the game. He said that they've been practicing for about a month and a half now, and all they're really looking for is to have some fun and see what they've got. I think with what they got right now, if they can keep this going, this kind of excitement going into the season, they'll have a pretty good season on their hands. Coach Logan, go ahead.
Logan, this is ECU's first game, so they don't really know what they have. Obviously, you're in practice. You like to try some stuff, but you don't really know what you have until you're going in competition against another side.
Exactly. Right now, it looks like they're really playing to. They got nothing to lose, and they're just trying to see what they have going forward. The Wolfpack will retain possession right now as the ball gets passed into number 3, Nick Lennox. This full court press by the Pirates seems to really be flustering NC State at the moment.
Absolutely, and it looks like as soon as they cross the timeline, they're going into a little bit of a trap, trying to get another bad pass. I'll tell you what, ECU's bench is really loud. You would think this is a home game for ECU.
That's a foul called on number 2 as Mr. Council was going for the layup. It'll be a shooting foul and Nicholson's second foul. It looks like one of the adjustments that the head coach for ECU's made is they put Nicholson on Christian Council, maybe he's his fastest player, see if he can slow him down.
Yeah, he can match his speed, and he's really taken away any kind of ball handling Council has had that negated the full court press that ECU was implementing in the first half.
Council misses his first shot, steps back up to the line, prepares for his second. You know, Council's really a spark plug for this team. If he gets stopped, someone will have to really step it up and see what they can do. As he misses his second, and the Pirates bring the ball back up the court. Nicholson bringing the ball up, reading the offense, passes it to Brian. Back to Brian and up under the middle. He misses the layup and is brought down by number 50, Lennox, who forces up the court probably too soon.
Yeah, Lennox.
Back to Christian Council. It goes up and under the middle, lays it in with another possible three-point play.
Yeah, this is about the second time we've seen Council finish strong right at the basket. He just goes in hard. He had a good pass, takes his 2 steps, and it goes strong with the left hand. Council taking over this game again, hopefully.
A couple of subs here for the Pirates as they try to make some adjustments.
Logan, you got to note that Christian Council has played the whole first half. He's got to sit at some point. I mean, you'd like to finish the game with Council, so maybe you got to sit him here in the middle portion of the second half.
Give him a little bit of rest might be much needed. Nicholson takes it up under again, but once again misses. And Council with the rebound forces up the court, and he's going to go in for the easy layup.
That's the 3rd time we've seen Council take it coast to coast. He's just a man among boys right now. He's making all the plays for NC State.
He's got that long, lengthy body. He can make many moves. He's got good hands. Seems like he can really do whatever he wants to right now, as long as Nicholson isn't covering him. Nicholson, speaking of which, has the ball at the top of the key, pushes up under the left, goes up under for another layup and makes this one. The pass to Lennox arrives the court. Doesn't really seem to know where he wants to go right now as this Pirates defense is really slowing down NC State, but they'll be called for a foul.
Yeah, Coach Ben Simmons has been begging the referees all have to call that, and that's about the first time they've really called it. I mean, ECU's been reaching in the whole time. I don't. If he's not going to call before, I don't know why he's going to start now. But I guess Ben Simmons begging and pleading with the referee has finally paid off.
Christian Council dishes it to Mack, who dishes it up to number 3, Lennox, who puts it in for another layup, lengthening the lead back for the Wolfpack back to 7.
Yeah, and NC State did a good job of countering ECU's high press. They got it down deep and found a man right under the bucket for an easy layup.
King has a shot on the wing, but it misses off the front of the rim, and Council with another rebound passes to Mack and brings it up the court. eyes the defense, takes it up the middle. His own little drive there, but he'll be stopped. But there's a foul on the play.
Yeah, ECU's caught off the dogs a little bit. They've kind of momentarily abandoned the full court press. And number 11 for NC State, that's Mack, was allowed to bring it up past half court. He got by his man, drove the lane, went strong to the bucket, and he's going to have himself some free throws.
Misses the first. The sub will finally come in for Christian Council. It's number 20, the coach's brother, Zach Simmons, into the game.
And I say this is going to be about a key 5 minutes for NC State. Can they survive without Christian Council on the floor? ECU is probably going to go back and press once NC State gets the ball back. Can NC State hold up defensively and offensively without Council being the big man on the court?
Nicholson passes the ball to number 1, who takes it over to the side and up the middle. And this is the layup, but the rebound's brought down by Lennox. Passes it to Theo Mack, and drives up the middle. This is back to Lennox. Out to Clark, who loses the ball, and the Pirates take possession once again. Nicholson makes a move, passes it back to Brian, who misses a layup that is tapped. Mad brawl for a ball, but the Wolfpack bring the ball up the court. And that's a pass to Simmons just into the game for an easy layup. Lengthening that lead up to 10 for the Wolfpack.
That was a crazy sequence there by NC State. They lost it, they got back in transition, they made a decent defensive play, and they got back out in transition when ECU was still recovering for an easy bucket. Simmons did a nice job finishing at the hole, and it looks like NC State is going to be called for a foul here, and ECU is going to go to the line.
That was number 6, Spencer Clark, with a foul on Nicholson, who's really trying to, seems like he's really trying to carry the Pirates right now as he's covering Christian Council when he's in the game, and then when he's not in the game, he's pushing up the court and making the moves for the Pirates. Makes the first free throw out of the 2 as we pass under the halfway mark in the second half.
Devin Hodges has come on for the ECU. He is the tallest player by both sides, so hopefully NC State can negate offensive rebounds. Oh, nice block here by Lennox to deny ECU of a second chance opportunity.
Theo Mack brings the ball up the court against King. King on Theo Mack once again, passes it back out to Simmons, who passes it to Lennox, which will be an errant pass to go back behind the timeline for another for the Wolfpack once again.
And as far as turnovers go, if that's the turnover you're going to make, you would prefer to make that one because it doesn't allow ECU to get out in transition. NC State is now in their defense, and they do so much better when they're set and not having to run back and get it and find their man.
And that's a foul on Nick Lennox, his first, as Nicholson was trying to make some more moves and make things happen for the Pirates, who will change possession right now. Christian Council's back at the timetable, ready to come in only 3 minutes later.
Fantastic play there by Jake Lennox. He stole the ball away, but he got a little bit of a bump, falling out of bounds, and able to smash the ball off of Simmons Anton of ECU to regain possession for NC State.
The pass to Nick Lennox brings up the court, runs out of bounds, and it'll be the Pirates' ball. That was some good defense for the Pirates' part as they keep this full court press going. They're really trying to slow down NC State. Can go either way. The pass into number 23, who takes a wide open 3, but can't miss it. Clark comes down to the rebound. Looks for someone to pass it to, gets it to Council, who pushes up the court against King.
Yeah, number 23 for ECU got that inbound pass. NC State wasn't ready for it. He looked around, said he was going to take the shot, and you got to drill that if you're ECU. There was nobody around him.
And that foul comes on number 7, Tevin King. I have it for his first, I may be incorrect, where the Wolfpack will retain possession off the foul. Pass into Council, passes out to Clark on the wing. Takes a 3 just off the front of the rim for him. But number 23 with the rebound, passes it off. Almost a backcourt violation, but number 1 was able to get his feet set.
I was going to note, Logan, that it seems like we've had a lot of fouls tonight, but none by the same player. There's a slew of ECU and NC State players that have 2 fouls, but no one in really foul trouble right now.
Really having it spread out, like you said, for the whole team. Justin Taylor, number 23, with that layup for the Pirates. Theo Mack takes the ball and eyes the offense. See what he can do, makes a move, pushes him off. Misses a 3 that he had wide open, but Pirates able to get the rebound and push it back up the court. Nicholson with the ball here, tries to go down the court and answer with a three, but he misses off the front of the rim. 23 with another rebound. It's Mr. Taylor with the rebound, passes it around to number 1, who misses yet another three. And NC State finally gets the rebound, pushes it back up the court.
Yeah, ECU's only down by 7 here, and there's plenty of time for them to get back into the game. It looks like they're panicking a little bit.
Christian Council with a nice pass to Jake Lennox, who puts it up.
Yeah, Lennox was going full force down the lane. He had a lot of body contact with Simmons Antoine of ECU, and there was no call. The ECU coach was livid. He thought there had to be a little charge on that play.
Simon with the ball, passes up to number 23, Justin Taylor misses a three. Theo Mack with the rebound and pushing it up the court right now. Slows it down a little, takes on King, goes past him, up the middle, into Clark. He misses a layup, but gets his own rebound and puts it back in.
Yeah, it was good physical play there by Clark. He was just sitting down on the block. Mack beat his man once again. Found Clark just waiting. He put it up twice, and he got it to go the second time.
I've got to say, Nicholson's probably the equivalent for the Pirates as Christian Council is for Wolfpack as far as the ball movement. Is able to do tricks. He doesn't have quite the length. As yet another foul is called on the Pirates. Theo Mack will go to the line to shoot 2 off of a foul by Antoine Simon.
It looks like NC State Christian Council hasn't been the main scorer for NC State here in the past few minutes. It's been Theo Mack for NC State. They've really shut down Christian Council as the ECU is trying to stop the bleeding here. NC State with that goes up by 11 points.
Yeah, with that free throw, that puts them up 12 now. Like you said, even with Christian Council not scoring quite as much, you get Coach Ben Simmons has got to be happy to see that other people are stepping up and scoring, and that it's not always just Chase Johnson, that there's other people who can score on this team. Speaking of which, Chase Johnson's on the bench right now as the Pirates have the ball back. Theo Mack made that second free throw, putting them up 13. As Joseph Bryant with a layup, missed layup. Christian Council brings the ball back up the court, back to Theo Mack. His double team, back to Christian Council. The Pirates are flying all over the place right now, going back and forth between the people that are trying to defend. Christian Council makes some moves and throws it off. Jake Lennox's Hanson misses and recovers and puts it back in for the layup.
Yeah, great move there by Jake Lennox. A little bit of an errant pass there by, Christian. This three goes by for ACU.
It's just Joseph Bryant with the big three. That could be a big momentum change for ECU if they could turn around and get another quick couple points off of that. But Theo Mack breaks up into the open court, puts up another layup off the backboard, misses, but Clark gets the rebound, puts it off the backboard once again. And it will be Pirates ball. This is a huge turning point possibly for the Pirates if they want to try to get back into this after that three.
Yeah, I don't know why they're not executing their offense through Devin Hodge. He's by far the largest player on the court, and he's still hanging out by the wing. If I was ECU, I would tell Devin, get down in the paint, get dirty, get physical with this NC State side. Obviously, you can rebound him because you have the height advantage.
But yet again, number 8, Joseph Bryant with a big three, pulling them back within single digits, back to 9, bringing the score to 50-41. Theo Mack takes the ball up, hoping to end this run for the Pirates. Number 3, nice pass to Clark, who puts it off the backboard. Misses the first one, gets his own rebound, and puts it back in.
Yeah, it was a great pass there by Nick Lennox. Just the no-look behind the back pass. Woo! A great block there by number 7 NC State. That's Christian Council, who's had a tremendous game.
And as Jake Lennox was going for that errant ball, he gets called for the unfortunate foul. I'm not sure how he came out with the ball, but got the foul called. Anyways, it's going to be Pirates ball as they make a few subs. Brown Parker back into the game as well as D'Angelo Hopkins. Brown Parker just back into the game, takes the ball to the top of the keys, back at the point, passes to Bryant, who made the last 2 threes, makes a move up the middle, tries to lay it in, but it's an air ball. The rebound taken by Theo Mack. Pushes past Bryant.
Joseph Bryant had no.
Christian Council tries to have a big jam, but misses. Theo Mack gets the ball. Not sure that's not a backcourt violation, but either way, the Wolfpack have the ball. Pass to Jake Lennox. who still has the ball, takes it up and under, passes to Clark, who puts it off the backboard and in for 2.
And Clark has really been great down on that low block. He's had a lot of putback opportunities, a lot of rebound opportunities. Easy buckets there for Clark. NC State's really taken a stranglehold of this game. They find themselves up by 13 with only a minute 40 remaining. I don't really see how ECU is going to get back into this one, Logan.
I'm not so sure either, but like you, speaking of Mr. Spencer Clark playing, he's just sitting down there on that block waiting for the open man to make a pass to him and put it up and in. Really a nice, simple offense by the Wolfpack. If they keep doing that, I don't think there's any way for the Pirates to get back into this game right now, like you said, being down 13.
I got to give a shout out there to Theo Mack. He's had the ball handling responsibilities here in the second half, and he's handled it nicely. Other than that rocky start, where NC State was having a lot of turnovers, they've made some adjustments, and they've really cut out all the sloppy plays and all the miscues, and they've really shut this ECU side down offensively. They get back into their defense, and ECU is struggling on the offensive side now.
As ECU gets the ball back, the Pirates bringing the ball down the court. If I was NC State right now, I'd just really try to keep any open threes from falling, just doing the best you can and not let them get any kind of momentum going right now. No stupid turnovers, at least on the part of the Wolfpack. And as you see, the Pirates trying to save as much clock as possible as Nicholson brings the ball back down the court. He'll take a step back, pumps fakes a 3, does not take it. Just as I said, Brown Parker comes in and takes a big 3 and hits it, pulling them within 10, as it falls down to a minute 30.
Your ECU, you probably got to think about fouling right here. You got to stop the clock. You got to get more possessions. And
Mack with a nice take to the board. Easy, not easy, but a nice tough take and put in for him. Nicholson brings the ball up the court, makes a few moves, but he loses handle of the ball, and Christian Council will bring the ball back up the court. Nice pass, errant pass. Tries to get it back to Clark, who was open under the basket, but he throws it out of bounds.
Spencer Clark was wide open, a little bit too fancy there by Christian Council. He probably would have got away with just a simple pass there, but
sometimes he makes it prettier than it needs to be.
Absolutely. Another steal.
Up to the other Lennox, who lays it in for another 2 for the Wolfpack as the game falls under a minute left. Stressing the lead to 14, one of the biggest of the game for
the Lennox is bookend that play right there. The steal by Nick Lennox and the finish there by Jake Lennox.
And a big block by Clark under the basket. As Pirates get the rebound, try to take it up again, there will be a foul called.
Yeah, this one's pretty much wrapped up with NC State being up by 14. But you don't really want to see any fouls because, I mean, you kind of want to just get this game over with. Don't allow ECU any kind of hope. It looks like NC State's kind of lined up a little bit wrong here. Number 11 on the block there for NC State. Missed free throw anyways.
It's definitely a little bit of an errant play, but either way, there's no call. And the Wolfpack will make a whole roster flip right now as Coach Ben Simmons will bring in a new roster for the Wolfpack. Hodges, who missed his first free throw, was set up for the second. Like you said, you don't really want to see any kind of fouls. Keep lengthening this game, and you also don't want to see anybody get hurt, with it being ECU's first game, and NC State trying to go forward and get some wins. Chase Johnson brings the ball up the court, passes it to number 21, who misses the 3 from the wing right off the edge.
I got to hand it to ECU, man. They really put up a great fight. They made it close after the halftime. But NC State just had the legs on them offensively. Defensively, they looked a bit stronger than ECU tonight. And give Ben Simmons some credits, man. He sorted out that press that ECU was running. NC State executed quite nicely. And it looks like they're going to get their second win of the season.
Not before number 8 lays off the backboard and 21. Hopkins throws it down, but that'll be the end of the game. Final score, NC State 58. ECU Pirates 49. Like I said, the final score is NC State Wolfpack 58, ECU Pirates 49. We'll be right back with a little bit of a post-game interview, hopefully with the coach, Ben Simmons, see what he's got to say about this game. Again, I'm Logan Sims alongside James Thomas. This is Wolfpack Sports Television bringing you into the pack. Welcome back inside Carmichael Gymnasium. I am Logan Sims alongside head coach Ben Simmons of the NC State Wolfpack following the NC State's victory 58-49 over the ECU Pirates. Coach, I'd like to ask you, going into the second half, y'all were up 13. Coming out of the halftime, ECU had a little bit of zest, pressing a little bit, and they kind of came back within. What kind of adjustments do you make to fix that?
When they started to press, I mean, I didn't really get too worried, honestly. I kind of knew what we were going to do. Christian and Theo Mack, they helped us out a lot. Theo is actually a freshman. He's still hurt. He's got a quad strain. But, you know, Theo, he's a really smart player. I knew when he was coming up at half court they were going to double him, so we had to get Christian or Nick Lennox over on the other side. And once we did that, I mean, it was just layup after layup. So
exactly. I agree. That's the kind of thing that I'm used to seeing as far as adjusting to the press. Excuse me, but yeah, like you brought up Christian Council and Mac Theo, correct? Yeah. Theo Mack. Huge players for your offense today, and coming out. Like, what are some of the things you told them?
Oh, well, I said Theo's been hurt. Honestly, with Theo, I just told him to go out there and do what you can. I mean, kid's a really, really good player. We're so fortunate to have him on a club team here. Like I told Theo, just drive the basket, and especially Christian. I mean, Christian had that one dunk that he just threw down. Whenever Christian gets the ball, he'll probably see me down there saying, go, go, go. So once Christian goes to the basket, it's either going to be 2 points and one or a foul. So
exactly. We see that every time he'd take the ball coast to coast. We could definitely see him. He's a train out there.
Exactly.
We like seeing that you're able to make some adjustments in the game. What are some adjustments that you think you need to work on going forward?
Probably I'd say defense. I'd say defense, and we missed a lot of layups today. I mean, we penetrated, did a good job, and we kind of just missed a couple. So finishing, I would say, at the rim.
All right, Coach. Well, I appreciate it. Again, congratulations on the big win today. Once again, this is Logan Sims alongside head coach Ben Simmons. The final here once more is NC State Wolfpack 58, the ECU Pirates 49. This is Wolfpack Sports Television bringing you into the pack.